Is Wine Bar George's new brunch menu a game changer? Let's eat. Hello everyone, I'm Jay and you're watching The Theme Park Foodies, and I am here today to try out the new brunch options over at Wine Bar George. Unfortunately, my wife Sam will not be with us here today. She was feeling a bit under the weather. We didn't want to risk it, have her get here, spread anything. We have been social distancing and I felt great. So we have asked our friend Extra Magic Minutes to help us review some of the items there. Brittany from Extra Magic Minutes. If you watch her, the husband will be there too. But of course, he is elusive as ever. Will definitely be off camera. Wine Bar George has 3 new brunch items there. One is a stuffed French toast. I believe it has like coconut cream in it. It's brioche and rum caramel. They also have a new Dippy Egg. I love me a Dippy Egg. That sounds like it's going to be delicious. And a Seared Porchetta Sandwich. Now, if you've seen our videos previously, you'll know we are big fans of the brunch over at Boathouse, which is also in the landing section of Disney Springs. So I'm interested to see how those compare. I'm wondering if this could be a game changer. Gideon's also has some brand new items. They have a banana toffee cookie, which sounds delicious, and a Moonpie Cake, which I believe is exclusive for the month of January. So we're gonna try about a bunch of the new food items here at Disney Springs. Thankfully, Brittany has come to help us out, so she will be taking in the role for Sam today, giving her perspective on things. If you haven't seen Extra Magic Minutes, they have amazing videos, in-park vlogs, as well as guides to all the different festivals. So definitely go and check them out. I'm excited to head over to Wine Bar George. All right, let's head over there now. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Join me while I see if Wine Bar George's new brunch really is a game changer here at Disney Springs. So to get to Gideon's and to Wine Bar George, we're going to need to head to the landing section of Disney Springs. Now, if you're parking at the orange garage, which is my preferred garage, you will see 2 bridges as you walk kind of straight out. You're going to head to the bridge more towards the left, which will take you to the landing section. It's also where you will find the Boathouse, and they're literally right across from each other as you get into the landing section, Gideon's and Wine Bar George. We went into Gideon's first, and if you've never been inside there before, highly recommend. The line can be long, but the interior is so impressive. It is truly such a unique experience going inside of there. It's like a little bookstore, and we did get their cookie. I also did get the cake. This is the banana box pie cookie. Cookie with flavors of banana, toffee, and spices, topped with white chocolate and crunchy candied vanilla wafers with a hint of brandy and rum. It's a little alcoholic cookie. We actually have Extra Magic Minutes. Brittany filming for us right now. Brittany, thank you so much for your help. All right, let's break this open right now. It's a thick boy. I can feel that toffee in there. I love banana and toffee. I also love their banana bread cookie. I'm not sure if they still have that anymore. They do? They do. She's saying they do. All right, let's try this out. Now the toffee adds a nice buttery kind of flavor to it, and you have the little sea salt that Gideon's is known for. I will say I'm not a big fan of white chocolate chips. I think it's just me. And I think the texture of the white chocolate takes away from the kind of the full flavor of the cookie. I also think the white chocolate is a bit of an overpowering flavor. So if I could take these white chocolate chips off, I think that would be prime for me. That being said, I do like it a lot. I'm gonna give this an 8. You take the white chocolate chips off, I might go 9 or 10. The banana bread cookie is still a 10, but this is excellent. All right, Brittany's first clip. You're about to try the cookie out. Brittany, are you excited for this?
I'm pretty excited. I love banana things, especially if they have real banana flavor. You know, sometimes you get like that Laffy Taffy flavor, so I'm trying to avoid that, and hopefully it doesn't taste like that at all. I'm sort of with you on the white chocolate, though. I'm not a huge fan. I think we have a similar flavor profile with the peanut butter and chocolate as our favorites, so I'm not sure I'm gonna love it with the white chocolate, but we gotta try. I love the amount of salt in there, actually. I think it's really good. Like, Gideon's always has that little bit of sea salt in there, but this one is a little saltier, I feel like, which helps with the banana flavor, which can be like overpoweringly sweet, because bananas are sweet anyway. I do think it tastes like real banana, which is really nice, and I love those like Nilla wafers on the top. They're like candied, so it's like an extra crunch. I love a lot of texture in a cookie, so Gideon's always is great at that, and yeah, I don't know, it's one of my favorites, but I do really like it.
All right, so 1 out of 10.
I'm too busy chewing. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay, that's respectable. It's a respectable 7. This is Gideon's. And right here is Wine Bar George. That is literally how close they are. All right, let's check in. All right, we have entered and we've been seated a beautiful rustic aesthetic in here. We are seated on the second floor. They use the wine bottles to encase the incandescent lighting in here, adding a very nice rustic atmosphere. We also have great views of Boathouse in Disney Springs. Their competitor is right out the window. And we're gonna start off with the Dippy Egg. This is a soft-boiled egg, carrot, and goat cheese puree, chorizo jam, interesting, and sourdough spears. These are your spears. It's like you would dip it. It's a Dippy Egg. Let's see how it looks. Let's break that. So it's a nice poached egg. Oh, look at that. That's exceptional. So there's a little spice in it. It's so fresh tasting. Like taste to it, it's not like too savory. I do give you a spoon too so you can like mix it around. I like it a lot. It feels light, although I feel like I need more spears to dip in. That being said, I really enjoy it. I think it tastes like a high quality dish. I don't know if it's something I would get every single time. I think it's very good. Definitely more of a fresher, lighter flavor than what we expect over at Boathouse, which I think currently would be our #1 brunch here at Springs. I'm gonna go 8 for it because I think it's high quality. But I think, this could be a 9 or 10 for some people. I think it's just an 8 for me. All right, so Brittany is now going to try the Dippy Egg. Are you excited?
I'm excited, but it's very jiggly. Like,
it is, right?
The stuff below it is also kind of like wet, so I don't know what I expected. I knew the egg was going to be like soft poached, but I wasn't sure about this. Maybe like, I don't want to say baby food texture, but like a puree texture. But I do like the way these little crispy breads look. Look at that toast on there. It's beautiful. I'm going to eat that part. All right. I've got to crunch this up.
They have a good crisp to them too, the breads.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just very wet. I don't know what I expected, but it's always fun to break an egg, right? Get a little egg yolk on there. I want to get some of everything. The flavor of that is great. You're right. It is very light and fresh. It has like a little bit of spice, but it's like, like super mild, not like an overwhelming amount. The egg is cooked perfectly, and I love like the texture of the bread because it's actually soft, even though it looks like it's going to be crunchy, and it kind of feels like that from the outside. It's really soft in the middle. Perfect with this dip. And I love the little green on top. It gives it like a nice freshness, which is great in the winter because you don't see a lot of winter dishes that have like greens on them or feel light.
Because of the fats in the egg, I wasn't expecting it to taste as light and fresh because usually the eggs can feel a little hefty,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm kind of interested. I got more of like the sauce underneath the egg now. Let's see what that tastes like. It's kind of like red peppery or like tomato-y, which is really nice. Goes so well with the egg. Yeah, I really like this a lot. I wasn't thinking that I was gonna like it that much. I would go with your 8, definitely. I think it's a really great flavor and a delicious new way to try an egg.
The sandwich has arrived. This is a seared porchetta sandwich, seared porchetta steak, cabbage, and pickled onion slaw with just fries, but these are like potatoes. I mean, these are fries in certain cultures, I'm assuming. Look at how amazing this looks. Look at the sear on the actual porchetta. Look at the bun itself. What type of bun do you think this is? Yeah, it looks like a brioche bun, right? All right, let's try this out. I'm gonna try to get all the flavors in the bite. The flavors at Wine Bar George always feel so balanced. What's interesting is that the porchetta is like very fatty, but the bun is so soft, but then you still have the crunchiness because you have the sear here and you have the sear on the actual meat itself. And then you get a nice little bite from the onion and a very smooth creaminess and the sauce is on top. The flavors here are always so balanced. I feel like that's the best way to describe it, which is very interesting because I think it's a great contrast to Boathouse, which is right outside here, where the flavors there feel very kind of filling and almost decadent. Boathouse is very decadent. Here is more like light, flavorful wine bites. All right, let's try these very interesting looking French fries out. Oh man, another really, okay, maybe these should be a little crunchier. Sandwich, I'm giving you another 8 too. Very good, little too fat. I guess it is porchetta. It's a little too fat for me, but it's like a great kind of texture and flavor combination in my opinion. Potatoes, I would give a 7 to. 8 for the sandwich, 7 for the potatoes. Brittany, you gotta try yours, but I'm really excited for that stuffed French toast. All right, it's time for you to have your hand at the sandwich, Brittany.
I always feel like it's so hard to eat sandwiches like this because they're so big. Like, how do you get a bite of everything in there and it's dripping?
It's dripping a lot.
It's a big mess. I want to try everything in one bite, but it's so hard to get all of it. This is surprisingly delicious. I didn't think it looked like too exciting when I saw it, and I was like thinking it might be too fatty. It is very fatty, but it's not like chewy in the way that sometimes fat can be. It almost is more like a pork belly kind of flavor, so it's like really melts in your mouth. I also really love the pickled onions on there, which is like a new thing for me. I never really liked any like pickled thing, any sort of like sauerkraut, but I think this really needs it. It cuts through the fat, which really helps. I also love the toast on the brioche bun. I think that gives like a little extra crunch because it could be too soft otherwise, but it's really not too hard to get a bite of everything. I do think it is like a little bit fatty, like maybe it needs like a little bit more of something zesty in there. Or maybe I just need to get more pickled onions in my bite. And now I gotta try these potatoes because I'm maybe more excited about those than anything.
They're labeled as French fries.
Oh, fries, okay.
They're definitely potatoes, though. I don't think there's any culture that calls this a fry. Is it? Am I wrong?
No, I don't think so, because they're not even like a thick cut fry. These are like little wedges, but they're cooked enough that the potato is soft in the middle. I just think like they could be a little crunchier, like you said. For my ratings, I think I might go the same as you. I think the sandwich might get an 8, and then the potatoes probably get a 7. I do like the seasoning on them, but I think they do need a little bit more crunch.
Agreed. We agree on this. Now it's time for the semi-main event. This is the stuffed French toast. It's brioche, coconut cream, and rum caramel. This is a looker. Look at this thing, and look at you can see like the crisp kind of on top, a very light, see, that's why I talk about like the balanced flavors here. Not too much powdered sugar, just a light amount of powdered sugar right there on top. You can see that goo gooping out. You know me, I love me some goo. Let's cut into this. Let's see how the interior implodes. They really stuffed this out. That's delicious. Or it looks delicious. It's very soft and airy. I feel like everything's been very soft today. Usually like on a French toast, you expect a little bit more crisp on the exterior. I'm not really getting any of that here, but I really love the cream. And I love how airy it is. The whole thing, while it looks very hefty, it's very light. And I think that's what Wine Bar Georgia does very well, are these very light, kind of airy dishes with these balanced flavors. Another positive, it's not too sweet. A lot of times you expect a French toast to be like covered and saturated in that syrup, where it's almost too sweet. The filling and the little bit of like alcohol that's in it does kind of, or the rum flavoring, offsets a bit of the sweetness, and then every other flavor kind of complements. So the only thing is like I'm expecting more of a crisp, not a loud bang, for the top of this, which it doesn't. I mean, it looks like it has it, but it doesn't really have. But it's a different type of French toast that I really do enjoy. And it's big, very big. I feel like I could take this home, Sam. Should I take it home to Sam? Sam, I'm gonna take it home to you. Take half of this home to you. Stay with me. Sam, I miss you. Okay.
I think it'll make her feel better to have it.
Yes, that, and she's also got a Gideon's cookie coming to her and a cake. I'm gonna give this another 8. I think it's very balanced, very well done. Contrasts itself from the other brunch. It's right across by the Challenger brunch over at Boathouse. I think we gotta go back to Boathouse now. See how the two compare. But it feels seasonal. All these flavors also feel very seasonal, particularly like the Dippy Egg. Feels like a very kind of winter dish, kind of warm, comforting with that little bit of spice that's in there. And the Porchetta Sandwich. They all feel like very good, balanced fall flavors. This reminds me of Tonga toast.
Oh, it does, yeah. That has more of like a crisp on the outside, and you get that at, Kona Cafe at the Polynesian. And I didn't love that when I had it because I didn't feel like it had enough filling. This seems like it has a lot of filling. It's just oozing out. I can't tell if it's like ice cream or cream. I don't really know what the texture is going to be. Should I just try that first? Maybe a little.
Yeah, I think that's coconut cream inside. I think it's the rum kind of drizzle on the outside.
Okay, so it's like the texture of whipped cream, which is really great. I just wonder if it's going to stand up to the French toast. We need a bite of both. Trying to get like a reasonable sized bite. I really like that a lot. I think you can taste the rum caramel, which I didn't think was going to come through because there's a lot of filling in it, and also, French toast tastes like bread. But I think they got a nice crisp on the outside as well, which adds to the texture. It has like a little bit of crunch, which is really great, and then the softness from the French toast and the filling. I really like those together. It's just so big. Like, I feel like this is like 2 breakfasts worth at least. So again, another thing to take home. But I do really like this cream, and I think it has the right amount of everything, perfectly balanced. I think I'm going to go 8 as well, because I think what would make it even better is if it had maybe like a tart something, like a jam on there.
Ooh, I'd like a raspberry or something, or strawberry.
Jam or strawberry would be so good. It would just add like a little extra, even if it was just on the side and you could like add it yourself if you wanted to. It just needs like a little bit of something to cut through all of the like fatty, the cream, the bread, everything else. But it's still very, very good.
Surprise, surprise, we are not done. One does not eat simply one dessert or two desserts. Today, I'm eating 3 desserts. Sam is gonna be very worried about my blood sugar levels, but I'm about to have this cake. I had to try this cake out. I've been excited for this. It's their moon pie cake. So you guys have had moon pies before. You can see, obviously, it's got a full moon pie right on top, some marshmallows right in here. This is from Gideon's, obviously. Sometimes their cakes are a little too sweet. I mean, this is sweet, but it's not as sweet as some of the other ones. I also really like how the marshmallows are adding a good airy type of texture. I will say their cakes are very icing forward. It's like, if you look at it, it's mostly icing, not that much cake. If you like that, you'll like this. Let me try one more bite. I think the marshmallow cuts into that a bit. Man, that's good, great. Very like moist, the good banana flavor. I always love Gideon's cakes. I actually think I probably like their cakes more than their cookies. I'm giving so many 8s out today. I'm gonna go 8 for the cake. This is a great cake. Maybe it's all the sugar. Maybe I'm just feeling great because I've eaten 3 desserts today. But I'm gonna give it to him. This cake is good. I really like that there's more like banana flavors. I'm a big banana fan. If you're not a banana fan, you are not going to like this. But I don't recommend getting anything out like banana. But this is very good. Cookie was great too. I just wish it didn't have the chips on it. All right, so that does it for our Disney Springs brunch adventure. Now, usually Sam would be here and I would say, so Sam, is Wine Bar George's brunch better than Boathouse's? So I'll ask myself that. Jay, is Wine Bar George's brunch better than Boathouse's? I think it depends on what you're in the mood for. If you're in the mood for something a bit more hefty, a bit more decadent, and I think the Boathouse has you covered. They also do have live music, which I think gives them a little bit of an edge. I love the aesthetic in there. But Wine Bar George's flavors are incredibly balanced. And I think the porchetta sandwich in particular really shined as I got into it a bit more. I will say, if you guys have seen Extra Magic Minutes videos previously, her husband is the one that does all the filming, and they often call him behind the camera the husband. You've never seen him in those videos, but I do want to let you guys know he was here, and he gave me permission to let you guys know he gave a 9 to that porchetta sandwich. Was he here? Was he not here? I guess you'll never know. Maybe I was lying. But you know, I do agree. The porchetta sandwich I think would bump up to a 9 as well. Once you get into those really good bites of like the fat and everything, the fat just melted apart. It wasn't chewy in the least bit, which is very rare in a sandwich like that. I think as far as the savory food goes, that really shined. As far as all the sweets that I had, because I went over to Gideon's and I went and tried the stuffed French toast. I did like the stuffed French toast quite a bit. I think it was very high quality and very light and fluffy. It does look very decadent, but it was very light kind of flavor. To me, the cookie was my favorite out of everything that I had as far as the sweets go. The cookie was definitely solid 8. We had a lot of high numbers today. We will need to do a battle now. So let me know in the comments, do you guys want to see a follow-up with the Boathouse's brunch to see how they compare? I will say that Wine Bar George just changed their menu out seasonally. So these are kind of like the winter flavors, and I definitely think the Dippy Egg and all the other things really went well with the winter season. I miss Sam a lot. We just found out she does have flu, so I hope she gets better real soon. And thank you guys so much for appreciating it. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow. It pushes this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm. Helps people find the video. Subscribing, it also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notifications. That way you are notified every time when videos come out, which is usually, I would say, Wednesday, which you would say every Monday at 12 p.m. And to make sure to hit the bell, because there's an extra video that comes out during the week. There are 2 videos a week. Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days, but make the days count. We'll see you next time. That's all, folks. It feels so weird filming without Sam. I haven't filmed by myself in probably about 3 or 4 years or so. The last time I filmed by myself was probably back in 2022. It was the first day of the Halloween decorations over at Magic Kingdom. The video maybe got like 200 views or so. I appreciate all those people who've been sticking with us and watched that video way back when, and are currently watching the videos right now. And the people you see scrolling up on the screen right now, those are our members. I want to give a special thank you to them and their generosity for helping us fund this channel. If you have any interest in membership, we have tiers as low as $1.09 a month with differing perks like early access to videos and credit credentials like you're seeing right now. If you have any interest in a membership, check it out. You can check out the join button below, learn about all our different tiers and perks. But even if you can't become a member, if you're someone who just consistently likes, comments, subscribes, engages with these videos in any way, we greatly appreciate it because your engagement helps like more of them, and we feel very privileged to be able to make them. And as always, here's what Sam would say, keep it going for Frank.